During this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create the ultimate Saturday night sexy look. When I'm doing makeup for girls going on a night out, I always get asked for a full coverage effect on the skin. And my favourite products to use to create this is Sheer Fix Fluid and Prolong Wear Waterproof Foundation mixed together. And this just gives the most incredible, flawless finish to the skin like you can see in the video. I then love to use a beauty blender to really push the product in. I don't know whether you find when you put full coverage foundation on, but sometimes it can look a bit heavy, and the beauty blender just helps reduce and refine any texture on the skin. Under eye concealer then is going to help create dimension down the centre of the face. It also has a really highlighting and lightening effect, which can give again more of a flawless filtered finish. Use like more of a kind of small flat synthetic brush to really whip it into the skin so you're not left with any residue on the surface. And if you find your makeup doesn't stay on all day, I find by setting it with a really good setting powder helps seal the deal and keep it in place. But be mindful not to use a brush that's too big because you can over powder and make the skin look really dry. I love to use a small thumb size brush to really press the powder onto the skin to refine any texture. And then I'm using two different colours to contour Lauren's skin, and the reason why I'm doing this is because I wanted to create a really customised shade to enhance her natural complexion. And you want to place this right underneath the cheekbone and up above the tip of the brow. To add a gorgeous glow to the skin, I love to use a fan brush across the tips of the cheekbones and just directly above the brow, kind of like in a C shape. And this helps give a really incredible shine to the skin. The main thing to remember when you're applying this is really light pressure, which your brush is going to give the higher shine effect. And then a bit of blusher on the cheeks always helps add a bit of colour to the skin, adding a little bit more light and freshness to the overall look. And you can see here how the skin looks super flawless and really fresh at the same time. So we're going to move on to eyes. So first, what I like to do when I'm doing eye makeup is to use a highlighter underneath the brow bone and the inner corners of the eye. And this really helps map out the shape of eye makeup that I'm going to create. I'm then using a flat eyeshadow brush to really pack the eyeshadow onto the lid. If you find it hard to build coverage on your eye when creating eye makeup, a flat brush is the best brush to use because it really helps build the shadow very quickly. I'm then using a soft fluffy brush to soften out the edges and get rid of any harsh lines. It kind of helps create a little bit more of a seamless, flawless effect on the eye. And then if you want to go smokier, it's just all about the amount of the product that you put on. So the more you build and layer product, the darker and more intense it's going to go. And to really enhance your eye shape, I love to create more dimension around the outer edges of the eye to really emphasize the shape of your eye. And then I'm using like a smudge brush underneath the eye to help intensify the lashes. This also helps your eye look a lot bigger too by really bringing the shadow underneath as well. And then to create the ultimate glam effect on the eye, eyeliner is always a must-have. So pull down the skin underneath the eye and really press on the pencil to ensure that you get a nice opaque finish. And then I'm using a dazzle shadow with a synthetic haired brush to finish off the overall look. And what the synthetic haired brush does is it helps crush the glitter that's in the shadow, and it gives more of a higher shine on the lids of the eye. And then I'm sealing it all off with a bit of mascara. So load the mascara onto the lashes to create loads of drama. But the key thing when you're putting mascara on is to not just lash it on. Really put time into your mascara because you can make the most from your lashes, and roll your wand through your lashes and it'll give you the most volume and definition. And then for brows, I'm using one of my favourite brow pencils called Lingering from MAC, and it's great because the lead is really thin, so it helps mimic hair, and it's great for giving loads of definition and sharpness to the brow. And then I'm using Wear Lip Liner to frame the lips, and I'm slightly enhancing Lauren's natural lip shape here by overdrawing on the white line that's directly above her lip. Everyone naturally has it, so it's a great way to naturally enhance your lips without them looking too overdrawn. And then I'm applying Driftwood lipstick right the way across the lips in like a sweeping motion. I've really loaded the product onto the brush to ensure I get quite an opaque finish across the lips, just to finish the overall look off. Make sure you subscribe for all the latest tutorials, and all the products that were used in the tutorial will be listed below.